So hello, welcome to another draw with me. So I'm gonna finish this sketch that I did in Procreate. So I did the stars this time because I always do flowers, so I wanted to do something else. So I did stars and a little moon. So yeah, but I'm not sure about the colors yet, so I'm just gonna duplicate this layer and make it smaller. So I will try out some colors. I'll always do everything on separate layers so I can change the colors if I don't like them. Okay, I kind of like these colors that I first went with, but as I said, maybe I will change them a bit. So now I will just pick all the colors here. Did I get them all? I think I did. Okay. And I'm just gonna merge them all together as a reference if I forget where I wanted to use the colors. Okay, so we can now get to painting, the fun part. Okay, so I will answer some of the questions that I get really often. One of the main questions I get is what brushes I use. So I'm using Studio Pen for the sketching, and for sometimes I just use the Studio Pen. I have a video where you can also see my process. I will link it. But yeah, I basically don't use a lot of brushes, so Studio Pen, 6B pencil for some for the lines in the hair, something like that. And I use the script for writing if there's some writing. And I'm using sometimes I use Nico rule. How do you pronounce that? I have no idea. For the background, and often I use this for some texture, but I really don't add a lot of texture to my illustrations, so sometimes you don't even notice it, maybe. So 2B combined, 4B, 6B. And sometimes I also use burnt tree, but that's pretty much what I use. I rarely use any other brushes, but I did play around with some of them, but I don't know, I like to stick with those few. But yeah, definitely I will suggest you just try out all the brushes and see what works best for you. So yeah, what's the skin color? I didn't do the skin color. Okay. Okay, let's talk about growing on Instagram. Right now I have around 22k followers, and all you need to know is that it doesn't happen overnight. And some people blow up, but usually it takes time. So I started posting my art in 2018. And first I was doing traditional art. I didn't have an iPad, and I started to do digital art. Then I started to see my Instagram grow. And I'm not saying that you should do digital art, but you need to find something that really fits your art. It took a few years, and yeah, it's easier now to grow, but you always have times when you get fewer likes, and sometimes you're growing really fast and sometimes it slows down. I don't know what depends on that, but you just have to keep going and do what you enjoy. I think that's the best thing, because if you do something that you don't like, people can tell. At least I believe that. And don't be afraid to change things up, to try post something different. Like, I don't want to post, I love doing portraits, but I don't want to just post portraits. I want to do some cute animals and flowers, just flowers and patterns. And yeah, my most popular ones are obviously the portraits, but I enjoy doing other stuff too, so I will draw them anyway. So it's not just about the likes. You need to enjoy your art to make it work. And if you want this, I'm still not a full-time artist, and I wish that I started my Instagram sooner, so don't wait until you're perfect. You always change and evolve. So now I didn't open my shop yet, but you know, in my country it's a bit complicated for opening a business. Hopefully next month I will open my business and then I can open my Etsy shop. But yeah, don't wait too long. I could have opened it sooner, and there is no right time to start it. Some people open their Etsy shop right away. And for the followers, don't be obsessed about it, because you can still get commissions if that's your goal with a smaller following. I actually got my first commissions when I don't think that I have 1,000 followers, and people still contacted me. If you want to do commissions, just write somewhere in your highlights or in your bio that you're doing commissions, and I will sure that the commissions will come. But yeah, if you're just a beginner, you just started to learn, focus on learning first. It's also interesting to share your journey and that people can see how you improve. But don't expect, don't focus on making it a job right away. Just enjoy the process. That will be my advice. And don't be afraid to start. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? Yeah, I'm also trying to grow my YouTube channel, and I think with everything, you just need to be patient, because it takes a long time before you see any improvement. But you need to appreciate everyone who's following you. Yeah, it just takes time, and you need to, if you're really passionate about it, you will not give up, because it's not about the numbers. It's about what feels right for you. And if you're a beginner, also don't stress about finding your style. Before I did digital art, I only used pencil. That was my favorite thing to do. Rarely did finished illustrations and paintings. I was just sketching. That was my thing. I actually wanted to do a comic, but I'm really bad at writing. So maybe that's not for me. Maybe if someone was writing a comic and then I was drawing it. Just try to draw without thinking too much about your style, and your style will evolve as you practice and try new things. So try, if you don't like how you draw lips, for example, or cheeks or hair, try out different things and see what you can remove or simplify or do more detailed. You can also combine more detailed stuff with less detailed stuff. I think my style is always changing a bit, but you can still see in my older drawings that that's something that I did. But I'm kind of trying out different things also. Don't feel forced to just do this one thing that you do. You can try out, even if it's just a little change. And also the colors. The colors play a huge role. I used to do really pastels and light colors. Now I'm trying to go with more brighter colors, but I'm usually combining those two. I noticed that when I'm doing a bigger challenge like Inktober or Mermaid, I actually get less engagement and followers, but that's at least for me. I hear that some people really see the growth when they were doing even a yearly challenge. They were posting every day for a year. Oh. But you need to try it still. Maybe that will work for you. I really like 1 week challenges, Well, that's more my thing. I get stressed out when I have to draw every day for a month. But advising you to try it out. Maybe you will find your style and improve faster if you draw every day, but don't stress about it. If you need more time to figure things out, it's not bad to learn slow. It's draw this in your style is a great challenge to get to people notice you, because there's a high chance that the artist hosting the challenge will post you on their stories. I think that really helped me a lot to grow on Instagram. Again, don't stress about the numbers. I know it's hard, like I'm watching my numbers all the time, but I still draw what I want to draw, so it doesn't stop me in anything. If I had less followers, I would still do what I do. I really enjoy it. In conclusion, just do your thing and don't overthink it, because it won't help you. Stressing out about something won't help you with anything. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!